Poor Gus. He's now just a statue. Yeah, he oxidized completely. So Gus has been a little bit of a liability. Reason being is that he will open and close these doors. And luckily, we've had no incident so far. So yeah, all of our friends here, including Fluffy, Duffy, and whoever else, they're still inside. It'll stay that way. So Gus will just be here in a corner until we find a better use for him. But anyways, people, welcome back. I know it's been a while since we've been in this home together, and we've been spending lots of time over in Genesis Village, which let's see if we could even get a peek look at that. It's gorgeous. We'll go give you an update there in a second because some things have changed. But I wanted to show you an item here in our storage room, and that is this Heart of the Sea. We've had this for ages now, and yet we've done nothing with it. And we've also had plenty of Nautilus shells, which we actually need a few more because I want to make, oh lordy, what is it called again? A conduit. That's what we want to make, a conduit. We want that because I want to do some underwater terraforming over at Genesis Village, and we have yet to do that, and having a conduit would make it way easier to do so. But first and foremost, take a look at that wheat field. It is all grown in. Honestly, we did most of the work together. It wasn't too much extra work to get this whole thing planted. But before we check out more changes over there, I want to show you a change in here. The Enchanted Forest, we have finally expanded the decorations here in the Enchanted Forest. So we have a little bit more pathways here, plenty of hidden lighting. Yeah, we've been slacking on this. I just wanted to let you guys know it's finally done. And yeah, plenty of new trees back here, and it's all lit up, so we're not going to get mobbed by Endermen and zombies all the time now. And there's still more work that needs to be done, but I just wanted to let you guys know I did put in a solid hour here just trying to make it look a little bit better. And now that we have that out of the way, let's take a look. Oh, you got to be kidding me. It's thunderstorming. Not even just regular rain, it's a thunderstorm. We have all of our lighting in here, and up this way, we have our pathway, which we updated a little bit, and there's also a new chicken coop here with chickens laying eggs. Just a nice little coop here. I'm surprised they're not going in for shelter, but no big deal. And we're going to sleep real quick since it is, in fact, a thunderstorm. And I'm actually going to take this bed because we need it, but yeah. Other than that, what else have we worked on? We completed this building here. It's a little apartment building. I like it a lot. So we have 2 units that kind of take up most of the building here. There's no rooftop terrace anymore, so there's 2 of these units. And then on the other side, there's just a tiny little studio apartment here. So there's one deluxe apartment that takes up these 4 blocks, and then this one tiny one here, and it's mirrored on this side here. So here's the deluxe apartment here, and here's the studio. So this building was completed. We added the second one here, which is just a very plain, very plain house. I guess we put some carpet in here, and then there's one in construction right now. Again, I'm trying to make everything a little bit different. I think we're going to have 2 little studios down here, and then we have an outside staircase going up to up here where we could kind of have, I don't know, workstations or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I just wanted to make some interesting structures here. But yeah, let's get to the point of this episode. I want to obtain a conduit so then we could start terraforming down here in this river, and that's kind of where I'm at. And I also want a little bit of a break here. We've been here for like 4 episodes, transforming this village a little bit over a month now, I want to say. So we're going to take a break. A much needed break, one might say. And we're going to go obtain a conduit, which we need to get more. Obviously, we need to get more Nautilus shells to make that happen. You need 8, and we only have 6. But we also need prismarine, which comes from ocean monuments, right? You know a lot about prismarine. So we're finally going to tackle an ocean monument after a ton of time, since we were initially going to do it and then got distracted and decided to make, oh wow, yeah, this is a great view of the village. This village is almost completed. But before we go to the ocean monument, I want to try something out. We have an axolotl somewhere in this pond. Where's our friend at? There you are. Okay. We have a bucket of axolotl now. I want to take this with us because it could actually come in handy when we're in combat. Now, before we leave, one more thing. Do we have... Yes, we do. We have a loyalty and mending... I almost said fishing rod. It's a trident. So we have that, and we also have some... Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Some water breathing potions, which would be great, and also just extra bed and a chest and all that stuff. Ooh, speed potions too, goodness gracious. Now, in case if you guys were curious, where are the ocean monuments at? Well, we have found 2 so far, both in this ocean here. So I'm thinking we will knock out this monument here. Here's Genesis Village for comparison. So we'll take a little flight path down here to this monument, try to knock that out first. And if we don't find everything we need there, which is plenty of sponge, as well as an armor trim, then we'll hit up that second one there, but we'll try with this first one. And since we could just fly there easily, we're going to do just that. Okay, it's lagging just a little bit here, but I think this is the one we want. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is another one. I don't know. I could very well be at the wrong one, but this is the one we're going to choose. So I think it's best that we set up a little base here. So we will, put down a bed to sleep in and set our spawn. And we have some extra chests here. And I guess if it doesn't take us 16 minutes, then we should come back. But I think we should finish this in under 16. And we will plop down this crafting table to make ourselves a boat. And I'm not sure if I want to take my netherite with me or not. I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave our wings here. And we'll just take this with us. And do we need a shield? Do we have one? We do have a shield. I'll just keep it in our inventory. We'll see if we even need it. And you could also use invisibility potions to navigate these ocean monuments. So again, we'll see if we even need to consider that, but I think we should be good. So again, water breathing and speed is nice because we're able to just go right through here. So, oh goodness gracious. So we want to keep moving here. And this is why you have a trident, specifically for this. With loyalty too. And what can I do? Can you attack people for me? Okay, I don't know if it's actually attacking people or not. So again, these are called guardians. You don't want to be hit by the big ones. I'm doing a very bad job explaining this. I'm just assuming you guys know what I'm in here. This is an ocean monument. There are mobs called guardians that spawn here specifically only at ocean monuments. And in every single ocean monument, there are 3 bosses, the elder guardians that you want to kill. Right now, I can't mine any blocks because I have mining fatigue on. So mining fatigue is here until you defeat these guys, which on the other side of that wall, you were just looking at an elder guardian. So yeah, you could turn these into XP farms and like drain this, and we might end up doing that again. I don't know. We don't really need the XP, but they drop these prismarine shards, which you could then turn into prismarine blocks, and then you could turn those into prismarine bricks and sea lanterns here. It's all very cool stuff. So without further ado, I did a good job explaining myself. So we want to kill these guys. They zap you with lasers. So you want to break line of sight. And they also have thorns as well. Ooh, sponges. Hold up. So here's a sponge room. Eventually we want to harvest those too. That's another reason these blocks are unobtainable. You can't craft them. So the only way you could get them is through ocean monuments. Okay, where's our boss friend at? Are you over here, bud? There you are. So we're going to continue to break line of sight with you. Hopefully this doesn't hurt. Oh, that hurt a bit. Okay, we got one. That's good. We got 2 more to kill now. So again, the speed is very handy here. Oh, there's the second one. We got a second one and it dropped a sponge. That's huge. Okay. One more to go. I think it's on the other side of this. There you go. Okay. This is how you safe spot one in case you guys ever want to do this. We've used enough trident. We'll just go in with our sword now. And there we go. It's bosses are complete and these guys will still respawn here. So we do have the tied smithing template, by the way, which is what we needed. So we don't need to explore another one. So let's go ahead and try to find those sponges again. I was about to say get out of here and I'm like, wait, no, we need to get sponges now. And I'm just re-upping on potions here real quick because I don't foresee this taking too much longer. So we already have 3 sponges. We still have mining fatigue for another 2 minutes here, which means I'm not going to be able to harvest these. So I'm actually going to wait 2 minutes, maybe just kill a few more guardians and come back up. Now, if I had milk, it would clear all of my potion effects, which we don't want that to happen. Now, also, I realized that we just let out an axolotl here. I thought I was going to get an achievement, and I don't know where it's at now. So now there's an axolotl in here. Oh, and there's also gold behind this, too. We want to get that. Okay, mining fatigue is done, and if I had my hoe with me, I'd use that, but instead, we're just going to use our fist. And I don't know how many sponge rooms there are, but we'll continue to wander aimlessly in here and see if we could find some more. While we're here, another block that we're here for is actually this prismarine, and sea lanterns are also awesome. It's another light source we could get, and if we wanted to make a farm here, we could get an endless amount of these, which I kind of maybe want to do. Not today, obviously, that's too much, but it takes a lot of work to make one of these farms. But we also want to get the gold in here. And there's also these dark prismarine blocks, which are very cool. Okay, I think there was only one. Oh, lordy, this is going to hurt. Get out. Oh, man. Yeah, they got me good. Okay. Well, let's head back to our chest and we'll explain a little bit more about what these sponge blocks do and how they work. Okay, we're back at home base here and we're just going to put all this stuff in. Okay, mess is cleaned up here. I think we still have our boat, but that's fine. We'll be back eventually. So I kind of want to show off the sponge blocks here and how they work. It's a great block to have whenever you're dealing with some terraforming, like what we're dealing with over in Genesis Village. In case you guys are not familiar with where we're at, here's where we made this jungle village. And we still have some jungle villagers over here. How beautiful. So I should probably get out the sponges that I just put away, because right now they're wet sponges. Now there's a couple things you can do to dry these sponges so then you could use it to drain water. The most effective way is go into the nether. All I need to do is place this down and listen. Yeah, nothing more satisfying than that. You could also put them in a furnace, but that's just a waste of resources in my opinion if you have access to the nether, because they're now dry here. And obviously this is because the nether is the nether, where you can't have any water, but you could still have packed ice for whatever reason. But yep, that is how you drain a sponge. And now if we want to go, I don't know, use them somewhere. So we're back at our base right now through our nether hub. Let's say we want to go, I don't know, somewhere over here away from our beautiful base. Okay, let's say right here. We don't like this lake. We could take this sponge and it'll dry out all the other water source blocks near it. Isn't that crazy? And then yeah, just like that, we have completely dried out this little piece of water. And so people like taking this on if they ever want to, you know, make a squid ink sac farm, which I've done before. It's lots of fun. But I think what I want to do is go back to that ocean monument we were just at with these sponge blocks. And I want to drain it out completely. I think I want to completely destroy that ocean monument, believe it or not. I want to completely destroy it. And after that, I just want to, yeah, have all those blocks and just have the option if I ever want to make a farm there, I can. But I'm not sure if we'll ever build with that much prismarine, so we'll see. So in order to do this, what you need is a bunch of sponge blocks, but you also need sand. So I'm going to fill up a shulker box with sand or gravel. We'll see which one we have more of. Gravel by far. So we're going to fill it up with gravel. And then I also want to take some obsidian so we can link up a nether portal out there. And that's that. So I'll meet you back over at the ocean monument. So just so you all are aware, by the way, we're back. I have drained a river before. I've never drained an ocean monument before. So this is brand new to me. So how this works is that we need to place gravel around the perimeter as a little guide to kind of separate the water from the outside to where we're going to be draining this structure. But then on top of that, we'll then use it to make little sections, 5x5 sections of water vertically. And we're going to make almost like this checkerboard pattern here to then use the sponges to drain each individual square. And it's easier to show than tell. So we're going to start this process here and hopefully not fail too much. So we're at the very edge of this. I'm trying to stay out of their field of view. Trying to get up to the top here. So here's one section. And I got to find my other corner on that side. But first we probably want to sleep. So yeah, we're going to go to opposite corners here. And then we'll create a big square and hopefully not take as much damage as we have been. There we go. So this is a huge area. You can see the other gravel right there. And now we just need to drop gravel. This is why we're using gravity blocks, because this would be almost impossible with dirt. So this is what's going to take the majority of time here. So I'll be right back. It's going to be like watching paint dry. Well, paint has been drying. Oh my goodness, look over here. You could see Genesis Village. Love seeing that. Oh my goodness. Absolutely love that. We're back at our base. We're actually brewing potions here. We've been utilizing this quite a bit over at the ocean monument that we've been draining, and I might as well share with you the progress we made because it's pretty significant. Now, I probably have some clips of this, but what we've been doing is taking all the gravity blocks we could get our hands on. Oh, I need fermented spider eye here. Hold up. Yeah, we've been making all the gravity blocks, and then we've started to drain out every single individual cell. It's been lots of fun. Oh, I actually have fermented spider eye right here. Okay. So, anyways, we've been getting our butts kicked by guardians there. So I decided to take the invisibility potion route that I talked about earlier in this video, paired with some water breathing, and it's worked pretty well for us. And this is how you make it. You take a golden carrot, then a fermented spider eye, and then I like to extend it to 8 minutes with redstone dust. It's a no-brainer there. Yeah, and I don't think we've ever used invisibility potions yet in this world, which is why I'm sharing this here. It's a pretty useful potion if you want to prank your friends on multiplayer, or just use it for this instance here to be invisible to mobs. Now I know what you're thinking. Will this work versus a warden? I have no clue. If you were in fact thinking that. And also to the latter, I have no clue if that would work I think wardens, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to explain it, but I'm pretty sure they could catch you even with an invisibility potion. Now, the only caveat, I don't know. The only caveat to invisibility potions is that you need to take off your armor and tools, and I think it's just mainly armor, actually. But yeah, you need to take off your armor, because if I drink an invisibility potion here, my armor will still be floating. That's kind of the thought process behind that. I believe we have to go down one more tunnel here to get to our ocean monument. We also paired up another tunnel here. This is where we've been drying all the sponge blocks too. So yeah, at the end of this one right here, we should pop out right outside of the ocean monument, and we'll be able to share our progress. And take a look at this. We have been draining cell by cell here, and I'll kind of go over the process, but this is our progress so far. We're gonna let everything load in here. Okay, I think everything loaded in. So this is how much we have left. We've taken out a significant chunk already. It's probably been, just to put a timestamp on this, probably 5 hours of work, I would say, on and off for the past week or so. So we have some extra gravity blocks here, and I'm kind of just reusing sand at this point. I'm taking this cell by cell. We've already dug up like basically half the desert, I feel like. That is hyperbole, 100%. Yeah, I've been basically making a little grid here. And again, yeah, these guys are relentless. And once it gets to this 5x5 layer, we take our sponge blocks. So we'll go ahead and get that over here. We kind of have a little raft storage system area as well, where we have gravity blocks. We have an extra shulker there, and this is like all the different blocks that we've accumulated here, which is pretty nice, and a nautilus shell, which is cool. Here's our sponge blocks, and we got some more invisibility potions, fun stuff. So we'll do a couple of these together here just to show you what this process looks like, but I take the sponges out here. Once that's done, I take our hoe, which by the way, we were also back at our base to, repair all of our armor and stuff. But anyways, we take our 34 sponges over here, and we try to run past this area without getting zapped. And basically, we just kind of take this down all the way. So this is the process here, and it's also nice to not do it all at once so we could get the sponges back. It's a pain in the butt because it's not a gravity block here. And just like that, we have completed this section here. And then after that, we take down all the gravity blocks here, which it would probably help if we had some torches, but we don't want to turn some of this gravel into flint, which is why I've been using my shovel for the most part here, and I can afford the XP repairs. But yeah, this is the process, and then I'll take this sand and reuse it when we, need to build up another little section to drain. Now, we're not completing this in today's episode. This is going to be some off-camera work, and we've already been doing it off-camera, but this is going to take a lot longer than I originally anticipated. Again, this is my first time ever draining an ocean monument. I didn't realize they were this big. I think it's like 45 by 45 blocks, something crazy. And that could even be less than what it actually is. Instead, what I want to do is go over to Genesis Village here once we're done draining this last little section here. And I want to build a conduit, which would also require us getting one more nautilus shell, believe it or not. Oopsie. Hold up, I didn't do my thing with the sponge blocks that I was supposed to do. Yeah, no bueno. But there we go. This has been what I've been doing for a long time now. This is going to be, I think we're going to have to build a farm after this is all said and done. Like, this is like the amount of work we've been putting towards this. I think we need to get some sort of return out of it, just other than saying that we did it. And I'm hoping the next time we talk, we could show off. I'm going to try to keep the structure intact, but drain it from the top down. So we'll see if that's even possible. But I don't know. I'm sure I'll make some decision by then, but that's my idea right now. But what I want to do is take this nautilus shell. I want to take I don't know how many of these I need. I'm just going to take all of them, and we could craft more need be. Which, by the way, let's show off these crafting recipes. So I can make one piece of prismarine like this, but let's make 4. And then I could take that. Hold up. Do I need 9? Hold up. So then I could take that. Do I need to smelt it? Hold up. Okay, then how do I make the sea lantern? Okay, I make the sea lantern like this. And I make the prismarine brick. Oh, got it. So 4 makes that. Okay. So I'm learning this with you guys. I love these sea lanterns, though. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite lighting blocks. I've just never gone around to crafting them. And I think that would be a great light source to have. Just to, you know, at our disposal and be able to craft that. And maybe we can make a farm here that utilizes the crafter block to just make this into like a sea lantern factory or something. I don't know. Again, we'll get there when we get there. What I want to do now, though, is go back to our base. I want to see if we could craft a Heart of the Sea. Sorry. I want to see if we could craft a Conduit, which we'd be using a Heart of the Sea for. So I will be right back. I'm actually going to take this with us just in case we need it. And I don't know why this is here, but it's there. Funny enough, I think we need to check out our fishing dock. Let's go in from the front here. Do you guys remember this? Do you guys... My goodness, this is ancient. Look at how it's fully oxidized now. Yeah. This area of the world we haven't really been in too much, at least on camera. Like just, yeah, take a second to just look at, first off, that craziness. And then in the background, you have a little silo peeking over the edge. It's just insane to see how far we've come here from this perspective. Like, this is where it all started down here. But this fishing dock specifically, I wanted to see if we had any. Yep, I knew we would. We actually have enough Nautilus shells, so we don't need to go fishing anymore. But maybe we could go back to do some fishing someday. Maybe we could find an excuse to do it. Just for the memes, right? So, down here, I need 8 of you, plus a Heart of the Sea, and that is going to get us 1 conduit here. Now, we need to take this over to Genesis Village, and I want to show it off because it's actually going to... Goodness gracious, I probably need to read off the wiki, but I'm pretty sure this conduit will kill any drowned trying to enter in the radius of it. Let me do some quick wiki research here so I know where exactly to place this strategically. But I think this is going to help out a lot. Okay, so the damage to hostile mobs only happens within an 8-block radius. And it grants water breathing, night vision, and like a mining speed boost underwater. So I think we need to place this underneath this island. I think that's going to be best. Maybe we could test it out on this guy here. I think like right down here is the perfect spot. So let's figure this out here. So we need a 5x5 cube here. So I need to get a 5x5 underground cube. Let's just dig it out right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's good. And then in the middle here, we'll have a conduit. Look at that. It emits light and everything. And right now, I have some conduit power, whatever that is. And you can hear a little heartbeat. Listen. And so that has upgraded it even more. And if we add some corner pieces here, which we're going to be short 2 blocks, this maxes it out. There we go. So if we have 2 more blocks, it maxes it out. But basically I have unlimited water breathing. Let's take a look and see if... Okay, so you're not even damaged here. So maybe that's not going to work. But regardless, this conduit power is going to help us when we're transforming this area. Like, we're not going to have to go up for any breath of fresh air. But yeah, I got night vision and everything here. It just is going to be a lot easier for us. So, hopefully by the next time you guys are watching an episode here, this river will be fully terraformed. And when I say next episode, I mean right now. We just went ahead and decided to finish this thing. So here is the updated terraformed river. I didn't need to come up for a single breath. So we kind of have that conduit all covered up here. And maybe we could have a little secret entrance down here if we ever want to visit it. So it's still here. But if we head on out, as you can see, it's just kind of like this pillar of rock kind of holding up this island now. It makes more sense to the eye. And then we have the river kind of terraformed in here. Take a look at this. So yeah, it's all dug down all the way. Everything makes sense. All we need is actually some bone meal. I'm thinking some bone meal and some lighting with some sea cucumbers, I'm thinking. Or maybe some sea lanterns down on the floor here. So maybe we could grab those items real quick. So let's hope we have bone meal here. Got a little bit. Okay, that's not terrible. Try to bone meal up just some certain places here. Yeah. We don't need to overload per se, but it's just, you know, nice to have. So I'm trying to space this out enough to where it covers the entire river here, and we're doing actually pretty good. We got 10 left. And we'll just add some bits and pieces here. Let's think about where we're walking around a lot. Maybe near this bridge have a few more. Yeah. It seems like a place fish would go to feed. Okay, perfect. And if we need more, we could always add more. But then, yeah, we'd also want some sea cucumbers, which we have to farm on... Forget how exactly that works. Does it need to be on coral or just anywhere? We've done this before a while ago, either on stream or we did it in a video before. But I'm pretty sure if I take this bone meal and head on over here, I believe we have some sea... Yeah, sorry, I'm saying sea cucumbers. I think it's sea pickles. So I can't bone meal these right now, but if I take them... and I find some coral blocks, I'd assume would just be up here. I don't know where else I'd place coral, to be quite honest. Okay, here's some coral. Let's figure this out here. Let's put you right here. And if I put you down, there we go. Okay, I just need to throw it up on a piece of coral. So this will be our sea pickle coral. And it's only one piece of bone meal. Okay, this is pretty nice. This could be turned into an auto farm. Yeah, dispenser go, piston push. Oops. Okay, that's plenty. We got like a stack and a half here. And now it's just a matter of adding sea cucumbers everywhere. Oh, these are not all source blocks. Shoot. Okay, we're going to have to go through... Yeah, we're going to have to go through and add some more water blocks here. Yeah, that should do a good enough job lighting up the river to avoid drown spawning in here. Again, we're still going to try to secure up any vulnerable, you know, entrances to the village. We're trying to keep it ziplock tight, I guess we could say, as far as which hostile mobs can enter. Hopefully 0 is what we're trying to get to. But yeah, I think that would help out a lot just to have that light source there. As long as it's not 0, I don't think drones are going to spawn. But we have had enough fun here today. Again, we have a beautiful village here. We explored an ocean monument and we terraformed a river. Now it is time to go over to the Enchanted Forest, respond to one of your incredible comments, and wrap this episode up. So this is our first pale oak tree that we have in the Enchanted Forest, which just fits beautifully. And today's comment is coming from Tinley Paws. That just happened. That just opened. Oh my goodness. And Tinley Paws said that clock tower is amazing. Quick question. When you say mobs can't go over sweet berries and carpet, is that all mobs or just hostile? Love all of your videos. Well, first off, thank you so much for commenting, and I'm so happy you're enjoying the videos. As far as the moss carpet trick goes, we should actually, first off, I just wanted to admire this place in the nighttime. Yeah, no, we worked so hard on terraforming this and it just looks fantastic. Now to answer your question, let's head on back over to the Citadel here. So we are actually using this mechanic here underneath these carpets right here. And these villagers have yet to leave. So yes, it's for both hostile and passive mobs. So we're utilizing this trick to where we don't need to have some complicated door here. And villagers stay put. And if any zombies were stupid enough to try to walk on over here, they're going to get defeated. So a very simple and effective way to kind of have an invisible wall of sorts with mobs. I have no idea if this is a game mechanic that Mojang will keep in to help players that, you know, don't want their villagers to get killed. Or maybe they take it out. I think Mojang of past would have taken out this bug, if I'm being honest, but Mojang of new, I feel like they're more lenient towards this sort of stuff in the game. Like, for instance, iron farms and whatnot, they used to patch that way back in the day, and then people would find a new way to exploit spawning mechanisms, and eventually I think they just allowed players to take advantage of those mechanics. But anyways, that turned into a ramble. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching and supporting the videos here. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like rating down below. It really helps us out. And if you hated it, leave a dislike and tell me why. Anyways, this has been Impala 100. I'll see you all in the next episode. It's going to be a fun one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.